Previously on Hard Knocks.
Hey, you're doing a lot better job of coming out on routes. You got yourself in shape and you're doing a lot better.
Gotta get Jerry Jones his money's worth.
We're hearing all this popping sound going across the field.
What they hitting now?
What? They're bringing me out. You know, that kind of pissed me off.
Somebody might be getting in a fight.
You just gotta wait for your turn, and when that opportunity comes, you take advantage of it.
Deep ball for Lober, a little comeback, and he caught it at the 50. 39 yards, and is he excited?
Now you're starting to play with some confidence.
Lots of time. Throws the ball out, intercepted at the 7-yard line.
Oh, my God.
Dallas falls to 0-2 in preseason.
I'm tired, and pretty soon, this whole room is gonna be tired. And when we're all tired, you got to go.
As far as the game was concerned, we made too many mental errors. We can blame it on a lot of things. We can blame it on travel a lot. We can blame it on breaking camp. We can go on and on with excuses. One thing is we don't make excuses. The other thing is I know where the blame belongs. I know exactly where it belongs. Right here. Right here. Because when I tell you to go out and play the game, what I say the mistakes are mine. So I've got to do a better job first of you guys not making those mistakes. But we made too many mistakes, and I feel real bad about that. But I'm going to get that corrected.
The Cowboys have returned home to continue training camp in Dallas. In Texas, everything is big, but the Cowboys are the biggest thing of all. Even their no-pads practices draw better than 25,000 fans. It isn't just the eyes of Texas on Tony Romo. He's a national celebrity, and everybody wants to know.
Which one's Jessica?
3 weeks into camp, a familiar face finally makes an appearance.
My dad's over there. Sit.
Oh, yeah, I saw him, yeah.
You know, whenever you're around your family or the people, you know, that love you unconditionally, it's just, it's a good feeling.
I was retelling the story when Parcells was coach here. I didn't get 20 feet inside that door, and I had his eyeballs sticking right on top of me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah,
I thought I was going to have to get up and walk. I told him who I was. Oh, come on in. He was nice to me after that. Who's 10, Tony? Who's 10?
Jeff Terrell. He's a good kid.
Is he?
Went to Princeton. Same as Garrett.
It's incredible.
We have more Ivy
Princeton
Leaguers.
guy here?
We have more Ivy Leaguers on this team than in the history of the NFL.
Yeah, that's right. Well, the Garretts and me, University of Houston.
Me too.
I done been there where y'all was one time. I learned from the best receiver in the game, Jerry Rice. They ask me now who the best in the game. I'm gonna give him his props. I may be right behind him, but I'm gonna give him his props.
There you go.
You know what I mean? But for real, make it important to you, man. You know what I mean? Make it happen on 3. Anybody else want to say something? Make it happen on 3. 1, 2, 3. Make it happen.
For now, number 16, Todd Lober, still has a locker. But for how long? The Cowboys are scheduled to cut a receiver after the next preseason game.
I don't know if Todd Lober is too much of a moonshot. He can run, he's the ultimate project.
He's a long way away, long way away.
You got to run them. You got to run the routes.
You're too tight end,
okay?
Anna.
Okay? And you got to do it full speed. You can't go out there jogging. You can't be indecisive. Because what happens is when that quarterback takes his 5 steps or 7 steps, and when he's looking to throw it, he expects you to be in that spot. I mean, if you're not in that spot, then you leave him out to dry. You can't be running down the field if you got a 9 routes and you running down the field looking back at the quarterback like this, and the DB's right out there in front of you. You got to close the cushion on the DB, get by him, and then be ready to look back.
Todd's a very raw player. He needs to really think about the game a lot. And when I say it, I mean wonder why you're doing things. Look at yourself. Think about it when you go home at night. Why did I do this, or how come I didn't get out of this route faster? He needs to figure that stuff out quickly because you are only afforded so many opportunities in this league.
If they do cut him, I hope he does do well, just for his sake. You always want to see the guys do the best they can.
The coaching deliberations are intensifying as the Cowboys prepare to make their first roster cuts.
Let's comment on whether you think they're a starter, a contributor, can contribute to the team, make the 53, not on the 53, maybe a practice squad.
Definitely a starter, probably one of the top 5 in the league.
I see him as a contributor. I see him as a future starter.
I think right now he's a questionable 53.
I don't see us keeping him on the 53. When it comes down to it, I think he'd be good to continue to try to develop him as a practice roster guy.
But I don't think the guy's good enough, and I don't see much upside to him as far as practice squad.
Keon Lattimore, he had 12 plays. It was good to see him play. He made a couple mental mistakes.
Lober had 15 plays. He had the 1 catch for 39 yards. Throw him in there and let him run it. Danny Amendola had 17 snaps. He had 1 catch for 12 yards, no drops.
Let's emphasize that we need to change our direction here. Yeah, we got physical ability and all that stuff, and everybody's telling us that. But we got to go out and do it. So I think they need to know the urgency that, there's only 2 games left, or 2 weeks left, and we're playing for real. So.
Jerry Jones and the Cowboys aren't just building a team, they're building for the future, literally.
Look at those guys on that roof. Well, let's put size in perspective. Those dots are people.
I paid more for the Dallas Cowboys than anyone had ever paid for anything in sports when I bought them. In this stadium, we could have had a great place for the Cowboys for 3/4 of what I'm spending to build this stadium. But this is the Dallas Cowboys. This is Texas.
And if Texans know anything, it's that to do it right, you ought to do it all the way.
Get out there, Mr. President. Glad to see just really thrilled you guys are here. How are you?
For a team that hosts presidents, setting a new precedent for stadium chic is only natural.
You represent a state that loves football, and they have a passion for football and a lot of expectations for the Cowboys.
Now, we'll say this crushed granite they had up near the stadium, and they had it running in a band right around the stadium, too.
For people to walk on?
No, I didn't see anybody walking on them. See, that's a big old rock. They're 300 feet from the top of those arches down to the playing field, 1/4 mile from the end of one of these arches to the other end, 600,000 square feet of glass on the curtain wall, retractable doors that are almost 180 feet high.
For most of camp, rookie Martellus Bennett has been on a short leash. But now that he's back in Dallas, roles have changed.
I miss my dog. Come here, Mozart. Come here. And sometimes I just take him to the park and jog a little bit.
He gets women all the time, though. He's so cute. If I see a bunch of girls at the park, I just let him go. I'll be like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to let him come over here. But what's your name? I'll teach him how to do CPR. You're going to be a rescue dog. You got puppy mentalities, though. You get hard-headed. Sit. Lay down. Roll over. He won't do a complete 360 all the time because he like to get his belly rubbed. When he learns and he knows he's doing something right, he uses it to his advantage. He's a lot like me. For the most part, we do what we're supposed to do. I let him slide a little bit because I know he makes mistakes. They don't let me slide any.
Martellus had a big jump from last week, I thought, mostly in practice. I think he saw the 4 or 5 times in the game where he didn't get off the football and said, wow, this is what they're talking about. It was really obvious, and I thought he really took that as a little personal challenge, and it got better.
I think Bennett is a contributor and will be eventually a starter. He has that type of ability. If he continues to improve, you have to consider strongly having him and Witten on the field.
He's starting to come, huh? Push for a lot of play time. Huh.
Well, you can see the improvement in him, too. Because he's starting to finish things.
His speed, you know,
he's playing
burst. There's a big difference.
Yep. Martellus is getting it, man. He's starting to buy in, I think, to what we're trying to tell him.
We'll get your guy developing, but he's got a chance, don't you think?
Yeah.
Good, nice job. Good looking route. Good looking route.
He's smart enough to know that when we're correcting him, we're right. You know, some of them never know. Some of them never know. And then they don't get it.
Yeah, I feel like the teacher's aide. You need any copies made?
There's a reason for everything, Martellus. You stay right there, my friend. Yeah, you got the best seat in the house.
He makes me sit by him in a meeting room, like he sits right here and I sit right here.
Tight end and receiver.
Everybody hands on. I'm like a piece of Play-Doh. Everybody trying to mold it to a certain way. It's good at the same time because that means they recognize that you have potential. When someone's willing to work with you, you know, you just become a sponge, try to soak it all up.
To allow this guy to undercut you.
Most stuff come naturally, but then on the mental side, I got away with a lot because I was just more athletic than everybody, and I know how to get away with stuff just because I know my own ability. Sometimes instead of using a technique, I just use my own ability to get the job done, you know, but Coach always wants technique sounds.
All right, you got to capture that shoulder so it's vertical like that, okay? Don't run around it, okay? All right? Because we want to get the pin. We don't want to go drive blind, last resort rip, okay? All right? And then what happens is when you step like that, out and up, if he goes inside, you're in position to helmet adjust back inside and knock him down.
You thought you knew so much about something, and you really don't know as much as you thought you knew, so it's kind of like, dang.
I'm going to say it so we all understand this. Every one of us.
Black, K471 Dart.
11 personnel, gun bunch right, Z motor.
Zorro Mass is the same rules as Mike Rush.
Any questions on that front?
You go back to that last one real quick.
Samuel Wink, 1 dog.
Strong dog, weak dog. A lot of weak dog to double.
We're going to have a test on these next week. So as you look up on the board.
Camp can be complicated. And though a player may be forgiven for mistaking a term, he should never forget the start time of a meeting. Or his pants. The Cowboys drafted Bobby Carpenter in the first round 2 years ago. But number 54 has yet to fully unleash his potential.
I was hoping Bobby Carpenter was going to be more physical, especially at point of attack, and he wasn't.
What's wrong with my Buckeye?
You talking about Carpenter? He's a finesse guy.
Stay inside!
As Carpenter increases his intensity, the offensive line increases its animosity.
Here comes Dick Buckus on those zone blitzes.
Go, 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 go!
Bobby, I'm gonna hit too hard.
You come through again like that, I'm going to hit you right on your chin. I'm going to hit you right on your chin.
Hit him then. Hit him in his mouth next time.
Go, go, go.
Good job, Nick. Bobby, come on, dog.
I hit him in the ground, dude.
You want to get...
You know, it's just the stuff, how it goes. You know, you're going to get a guy one time, maybe the next time he gets you, but, you know, it's all friendly competition.
So I'm going to have to go hit him about 10 more times today on those traps and stuff.
Punch him in his face.
I did.
No, it isn't punch him in his face.
That's nice. Come on, Barbie Carpenter. Come on now.
There's tough, and there's linebacker Greg Ellis. He's the NFL's reigning comeback player of the year, and he never stops working.
Oh, shoot.
Had a lot of, I guess, adverse situations. I tore my Achilles. You know, everybody thinking it's going to be it, including myself. I was like, well, it's been a good run, but it's probably going to do it. I tell guys when they're going through their hard times, it's up to you how you handle it. If you focus on the adversity, then you're going to fail.
As far as inspirational, Greg Ellis had an Achilles injury. I don't know how many of you have been around that injury. Most people don't come back from that. Not football players. Most people don't come back from Achilles injury. He not only came back, he played and made the Pro Bowl for his first time last year.
And he's going to be taken down by Ellis. What a year for Greg Ellis.
Before Ellis made his comeback, number 93, Anthony Spencer, was tabbed to be his replacement. Now in his second season, Spencer has looked like a first-teamer.
The guy that couldn't be blocked, that they just raved about, was Spencer. God, he looked great. I mean, he looked as good as Ware.
Right there, eyes inside, Spence. Good, good.
Spencer, he looks like a starter out there. He's carrying himself like a starter.
That tight end stay in. I'm going to stay outside on that.
But as far as where camp has gone, he's probably made us more plays than anybody we got right now.
I'm thinking, okay, that's kind of letting me know what's about to happen here. I'm going to be gone.
But Spencer has injured his knee and is now sidelined for the remainder of camp. Empathy comes from none other than Greg Ellis.
You just have to keep your mind off your injury, if you will. You can't dwell on it. Your practices are now tailored to basically you getting back on the football field.
Before he can find his way back to the field, Spencer must first find the trainer's room.
Spencer did not show up for anything today. That's a little concerning because I need every bit of treatment I can get on him.
Tell him, come see me.
I will.
I'm going to find him. I'm going to find you for it, but that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is you get well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So don't miss.
All right, I got you.
All right?
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
You don't survive in this league if you don't somehow get involved in the strength and conditioning area and all aspects of it. I'm always asked, how do you train professional athletes? Well, you know, you don't create players. Those guys know how to play the game. The key is that you try and help them become more efficient.
Easy, you got another. Tri-steps.
A younger guy, you're teaching a routine. An older guy, maybe you can do some things to keep his career alive. We don't decide if the players play, but we sure believe we try and help them so their chance for success on the field is better.
Camp isn't just hard work, it's hard decisions. And the Cowboys have come to one regarding number 38, veteran safety Roy Williams.
Come on, Roy. Come on, Roy.
We've got a dime package now where we'll roll Henry to safety. To cover the tight end. Right. And then we'll have 3 other corners. So he'll make. What do you do with Roy in there? He'll make that cut. So taking Roy's spot? Moving Roy. And Roy will be first and second down. Is he okay with that? Yeah. I think he knows. It's what's best. Yeah.
Now I want to show you a guy busting his ass right here. This guy right here, watch Zach right here. Watch him bust his ass right there getting the ball. Look at that. That's a guy ready to play. It don't matter if it's preseason, regular season, playoff. It don't matter. Does everybody understand that? This guy right here, watch Zach right here.
Bobby Carpenter, number 54, is using Zach Thomas as a model and mentor.
Zach coming in, I think, has really helped my development a lot, being able to talk to him and see what he's seeing and kind of learn what's going on inside of his head.
I'm going to be your worst critic.
Hey, join the bunch, man.
Bobby, I tell you what, the things I heard before I came here, you know, the negative on Bobby, it's just the opposite. He's played, I think, the best of all the linebackers in camp.
Good job, Bobby.
Go, Bobby! Go, Bobby!
Oh, nice job, Bobby Boucher!
Bobby doing all right.
Oh, yeah, if he keeps playing like this, he'll be in the game, man, with all that speed and able to run. And
you feel like just, God, why couldn't this have happened right off the top?
You know, there's a lot of questions you can always ask yourself, but, you know, I worked hard this offseason, more than I've ever done before, and worked hard physically as well, so hopefully I'll be given an opportunity, and that's all I've ever really asked for.
I think Bobby is the one guy, Coach, right now, if he can buy into the physical aspect of this game, he's playing as good as any of them. It's going to be up to him. If he buys into that physical part, we'll know about Bobby.
NFL Players Association Executive Director Gene Upshaw died of pancreatic cancer last night in his home in Lake Tahoe, California. Commissioner Goodell said, quote, Gene Upshaw did everything with great dignity, pride, and conviction.
Gene died. Gene Upshaw, player rep, president. Yeah.
When? 63.
Yep. Like last night, early, like wee hours last night, this morning.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I thought somebody was playing around.
No. Yep. For real?
Yeah. Upshaw survived by his wife Terry, sons Justin, Daniel, and Eugene Jr. Gene Upshaw was 63 years old.
He coming down there.
Hey, what you think about if I get this like an entertainment system right here? Get him.
What's Sam at?
Put Sam on down. Move Coleman and Skendrick. Put them over there somewhere.
That's right. This locker right here is usually empty. It's usually empty. When Amendola gets where you at now, we can do it right here.
Danny Amendola hasn't been cut just yet. In fact, Amendola's chances of making the team have increased a little thanks to an injury to fellow receiver Miles Austin.
Injuries are a part of a game, and that's how, football's a rough sport, and, that's how it goes sometimes. But so happens I get a couple more reps, I'm going to, of course, try to do my job and try to fulfill my responsibility and try to make a couple plays.
The long and short of it is this. Danny Amendola is short, which makes him a long shot.
Don't run over your feet, Daniel. Put your inside foot back.
All right. You said 01. You said 01. That was 11. Power?
No, I said if he goes over.
I don't know if he's big or fast or quick enough for these big boys.
I think that's a problem.
Danny's a little disappointing right now. For a guy in his position, he can't make mental errors. He has some physical limitations, so he needs to be smarter than everybody, savvier than everybody.
I'm a small guy. I've always been a small guy, and that's the way it's going to be. I'm going to, try to work with what I've been given and try to, some way, somehow find a way to get to the next level. It's not the size of the dog and the fight, it's the size of fighting the dog, I guess.
When you're Amendola, you can't afford to make any mistakes.
Amendola moved inside, Martell threw outside.
He has some physical limitations, so he needs to be smarter than everybody, savvier than everybody.
Amendola fumbled the football, and the Chargers have recovered.
Doesn't have the size, speed. It's going to be tough.
And that is something a rookie free agent cannot do.
While Amendola struggles, fellow rookie Felix Jones looks like an old pro.
Hey, are you a 35-year-old rookie?
That little guy over there might make the Pro Bowl over there. The little old-looking dude, Felix.
Uncle Felix.
He looked like he about 45, but he only say he's 23.
I joke with him all the time. I say he looks like a 40-year-old rookie, but he makes some great cuts, has some great vision, and when he gets the ball, people get excited.
I've seen him make some pretty incredible runs and some pretty incredible reads for a rookie. You know, we like seeing him run, you know, in practice when we make our blocks, and all of a sudden he's 50, 60 yards downfield. As soon as he hits that hole, I mean, he's gone.
It's a cliche to say, but Felix Jones is just a good football player. You know, run, catch, block, doesn't say anything, kind of understands what Skip's trying to tell him and just goes out and plays and, you know, catches checkdowns and makes people miss. He's pretty darn good.
The only problem for the Cowboys is how to maximize Felix Jones' ability.
In a game, the way you see his talent right now, how many touches do you think? Does he have enough touches to justify not getting an electric return out of him?
You're better off trying to win and give him more touches offensively than you are the kickoff return.
Is he going to be a
touch a guy? That's what it looks like right now. That's exactly what it looks like.
There are return men, and then there's the man who wants to return, Adam Jones, who remains under suspension.
Pac-Man, you like him already as a returner?
Like Pac-Man a lot, yeah. Looks like he can do some things out there.
Adam Jones on that first return. I'm like, boom. Went that way, look. Oh, he's gonna kick him. Hey, show him ball for it either. We went to the side and I said, man, you can't talk about a punter. No, it was number 53 hit me first.
Fullback Dion Anderson, number 34, also has to bear the weight of T.O.'s taunts.
If you weren't fat, you probably would have already been like 2 or 3 steps ahead of everybody. You run like this.
There you go. That's how you run.
Turns out in Texas, both the insults and cattle can be free range.
Watch it, boys. Take a quick look and let her out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up, 85, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100, so 170.
There's fast talk and plain talk. And the plain truth is, the Cowboys are serious about the upcoming game against the Texans.
I want to go probably 3 quarters, maybe the whole game with everybody. The guys that we think are going to contribute and play, let's play them. And that way, if we get anybody banged up, we got 2 weeks to adjust. And then the next game, I'm going to keep most of them out. You know, the tough thing about preseason is you don't do what's best to win. You do what's best to evaluate. But let's don't evaluate as much this game. Let's go more towards the win category.
92 degrees as the Cowboys play their first home preseason game. The Cowboys are 0-2 in the preseason, and the Houston Texans are 2-0.
Both teams want to perform well. They're going to give the starters plenty of chance to get in rhythm and get ready for the opening game of the season.
All right, we ready? Yeah. Let's go get them there. Let's go. Let's go.
Love what you do and do what you love.
I need a show. Can I get a show?
About that time.
I need a show.
About that time. I'm going to give him a little something.
I want to see Dagger in the hard effort. You said it. I didn't. I want to see you live up to your words. Dagger in the hard effort.
Tony Romo's family and his #1 fan are on hand. Preseason or not, everyone is expecting the Cowboys' A game.
Let's put it in now. Let's put it in. First try. Great field position now.
Aggressive, fellas. Gun dolphin left, quick jet left, stick. On one, ready? Stick.
Wide action. Play action. Deep out to the left. Great coming back. Caught it on his knees at the 40.
Little trickery. Patrick Creighton's got some room.
Wide action. Romo drifting right, looking right. Now middle. Now left. Underneath. Great crossing at the run, and he goes. Touchdown. Have they answered the bell? Is everybody happy now? Are we calm?
That's a great drive.
Yellow 80! Yellow 80! Kill, kill, kill!
Doesn't seem like a preseason game, does it?
Shotgun to Schaub, looking that way, steps up, heaves it over the middle, tipped incomplete.
Get it! Oh, baby.
And when a defensive player gets his hands on the ball and doesn't catch it, he has to do push-ups.
Don't even look my way, 26. I don't even want to look at you right now. You gonna drop that pick like that. Get away from you, man.
Come on, come on. Let's play our game now. Let's play our game. Let's play our game. Let's get ready.
When the Cowboys' defense is on, it has a swagger and sureness. The Dallas starters dominate the Texans.
There's a reverse coming to the left side, and Ware is there to erase Kevin Walker. And Spears is there right now. Oh, what a game he's playing.
Roy Williams flies to the point of attack.
Let's go!
Second-year receiver Isaiah Stanback is trying anything he can to make the team.
Chris Brown kicks off right to left to Stanback, 5 yards deep. Out he comes, 25, 30. Stanback fumbled the ball.
Ball is out. Ball is out.
The Texans have it back at the 35.
Gee.
Just when you want to get up on the Isaiah Stanback bandwagon.
Stanback is down.
Looks like his left arm, guys.
Isaiah subluxed his shoulder, came out, and then it spontaneously went back in. We had to take him up for x-rays.
Cowboys going to carry 5 receivers, maybe 6. Okay, well, now Austin's out for 2 weeks. Oh, wait, now Stanback's hurt.
Right.
So now what do you do?
Wade Phillips wants to win the game, but he can't risk any more injuries.
Tell them I want pepperoni!
So the Cowboys pulled their starters, which is just fine for players still trying to make their mark.
And now Brown kicks off, and it's Danny Amendola in for Stanback up at the 10, coming left to the 20, and through a hole to the 30, to the 32-yard line. Amendola making the most of his chance.
Amendola had 2 hands on that ball going through that stuff.
Did he ever?
Stanback's injury gives Amendola more playing time, but alas, not any more size.
And Johnson will show the ball to Jones and pull it back and throw deep over the middle to Amendola.
There you go. There you go. That's it. That's it, baby.
There's the play he's been looking for.
While Amendola seems headed in the right direction, left and right seem to be an issue for Martellus Bennett, number 80.
It's left, right? Left?
Well, I got a middle wedge.
What?
A middle wedge.
You the tackle?
Yeah. No, I'm the guard.
You got R3.
R3.
Kick that out.
Yeah, it's gonna be R.
Jeez.
No.
There's only 3 different blocks you can have in this. I mean, honestly, we got right, left, middle. I mean, how hard is it?
Once he's running straight ahead, Bennett shows some genuine talent.
Martellus is the Y. Run it.
A lot of time. Johnson floats left, drops it underneath.
Come on, get going.
Nice move to the 45 Bennett to midfield and across the
40. Martellus Bennett, 8-0.
That's a mature play by Martellus Bennett.
Hey, Martellus. Hey, great job catching the ball and turning upfield. That's good.
But of all the Cowboy rookies, none looks better than running back Felix Jones.
Boy, you better get down, Felix. Hey, we're coming.
First and goal at the 8. Johnson will hand it to Jones. Coming right, he broke the tackle. Oh, the ball's loose.
Fumble the ball. Forget it.
And the Houston Texans have recovered a fumble.
Felix Jones will make the team fumble or not. But Keon Lattimore and Todd Lober need to see action to have a chance. And neither sees enough to even break a sweat. While Bobby Carpenter is still sweating his reputation for not being physical enough.
Oh, jeez. Hey, dude.
But Carpenter finds his rhythm soon enough.
Bobby Carpenter right on his hip. Carpenter makes the tackle.
That's right, baby.
Pride doesn't have a preseason. But the Cowboys' desire for a win is almost undone by a lapse in concentration.
Hey, let's go. We need another backer. Rush. We're missing a dude. We need a guy.
Walden. Timeout. 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 Timeout.
Wade Phillips has run out onto the field, calling time before the snap.
They'll put up with a lot, coaches will, but when one of your guys forces you to sprint 35 yards, that'll get you cut.
Get in. If you're in, get in.
Hey, you got to be on it, dude. You got to be standing right there. Hey, they ain't scoring. Hey, let's go up front now. Let's go.
Third and goal at the 8. Rosenthal, spread formation, quarterback draw. Up the middle, he started right, cut left, and dives over the goal line for a touchdown.
What? Bobby, you missed him.
The Texans within a point.
Hey, they're going for 2. Base.
They are going for 2 instead of trying to tie the game. They're going for the lead. Throws and Jones bobbles the ball. Incomplete. And Dallas will get its first win in the preseason.
That's what we gotta do, baby.
Good game, out of the way. Good win, guys. Good job. Baby.
Isaiah Stanback with a shoulder injury of undetermined severity that will cast a little bit of a cloud over the roster numbers. There is a cut down of 5 players coming on Tuesday. The Cowboys beat the Texans 23-22.
We had some guys that played under pressure tonight and did a hell of a job. Fought all the way, and that's what happens when you keep fighting. We had some individual effort, it was good. We also had some team effort that was really good, and that's going to make the difference for us. But you guys came through, and that's what counts. Congratulations, guys. Cowboys on 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, Cowboys! There we go. There we go.
In the pros, details make all the difference. The Cowboys coaching staff is running out of time to sharpen the squad.
Don't turn too early, corners. I don't know why we're turning so early. The team that wins the turnover battle usually wins the game.
Off on the count, off on the count, off on the count. See right there, how about a last shove? All right, down on the ground instead of just letting them off and pursue, okay? We've got to finish better. Your minuses in the run game were footwork and finish.
They make that 2-point play, we're sick this morning. It's a preseason game, but we're sick.
Okay, you have to play winning football. I stood up here last year too many times and rationalized it. I said, well, you know, they got 9 guys in the box. You know, we're trying our best. That. We're not doing that this year.
That's what we're in the next step, is when things don't go our way, how do we handle it? Because we got to be able to fight through adversity. The season's too long to not be able to handle that.
Martellus played 29 plays. Martellus, to me, is just a significantly better player than he was, and that comes from playing in games.
Danny had 9 plays, 1 catch for 35 yards.
Danny's an interesting guy. Danny's a playmaking type guy. His questions are whether or not physically he can, when the good corner's over there, am I quick enough, am I strong enough? Is my technique so good that I can overcome some of my deficiencies? We're finding that out.
Do you think his the mental aspect of the thing is something that he can overcome this year? This year?
He's busted some routes, but he's a smart player.
Lober had 1 play. He had an MA. He was just lost.
It's the night before first roster cuts. Todd Lober and Keon Lattimore know the score.
The steak better be amazing. Dang, $30 steak, bro. We fighting for our jobs, or but I don't have anything to lose, everything in the game.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't have nothing to lose. You got 8 days, and you have to get prepared to play the season, or you're gonna be doing something else. I never got released from nothing, bro. I was always at the top, best athlete, but a regular person will get stressed out. Honestly, your job on the line, you think, you don't know what's happening, because honestly, you don't, man. So why even stress over it, Why even stress over it, man? I'm gonna eat like we on the team already.
Isaiah Stanback's injury has sidelined him indefinitely. That might mean one more roster spot for another receiver.
His shoulder popped out, and unfortunately, it's the one he had operated on last year, so it's the same shoulder. If he needs an operation, then he needs to get it, and he'll be out for the year.
The time has come to make the first cuts. And while Wade Phillips does the deed, he has help. Mostly from this man, Bruce Mays, the Cowboys' Director of Football Operations, and often the bearer of bad news.
Yeah, McQuiston was late for the special teams meeting.
Okay.
$100.
100, you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's also the Turk. That's the term for the guy who escorts players to the chopping block.
Hey, waiter, how you doing? What's happening? Not much.
Everyone knows who he is, and on cut day, they know where he is. No one wants to be paid a visit by Bruce Mays today.
Todd already came back and said he's priced.
Well, he hadn't told me for sure yet, so I don't want to do anything until I know for sure.
For 5 players, the sun is about to set on their Cowboys career. One of the 5 will indeed be a wide receiver.
You need to see Coach. I'll walk up there with you, and I need your notebooks. You got your notebooks with you?
Yeah.
If I can grab them from you. Coach.
I wasn't with him. Yeah, you were just so far behind, as far as, playing receiver. I think that hurt you a little bit.
Receiver Daniel Polk is cut by the Cowboys.
It may work out for you, and we'll see. Okay? Yeah. All right. All right, well, good luck, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Coach. Thank you. No
Football is a game. The NFL is a business. And when they send you packing, they remove every last trace of you. Todd Lober has survived the first round of cuts. His dream of being a Cowboy remains alive. For others, the numbers game meant only subtraction. Their dream is dead.